Hello, my name is Socrates, and the concepts presented may offend you. Forward, the common man is just that, common. Indescript and plain, the best defense against an accusation of interest. To become one with all while knowing your enemy, you must journey through your own abyss to flow like water and crash like a tidal wave. A model citizen, knowing the law and trained in basic aspects of networking and intelligence, could create a more functional and sustainable society, knowing not only your rights but your fluid capacity in a matter of potential. Then when tapped, giving those and all others a higher sense of freedom, to investigate, to explore, to manage during a heated situation, all the way to bending the local police to your whim if you have more initiative towards solving local crime. There is procedure and due diligence, but the ability to find man or woman, the consistency between when there are eyes on the right people, how to operate equipment, how to engage others, how to lean and how to be leaned on. Your person is the most important aspect of your toolbox, being the ability to understand first yourself, then other, the terrain, then the sky above, to win all battles consecutively. If the journey to become what many fear, to become what humanity was built on, to find yourself in the company of anyone and in your own discourse become what you want of them and them to you. This book will give you all the insight you need to adapt finesse and grace like Jesus, while holding the wrath of God with perfect judgment. May you, the reader, become what I wished I would have seen in the world. Maury Comitan's selection. This, the beginning of the book, is on the development of character, to force one to adapt. To follow these to a letter will give you more and more insight into the rest of the book. As in a university, there are always people ill-adapted to their prospect field. Every shrink needs another office clerk's go postal officer who beats his wife. All statements over the person you are today were in the latter chapters. This book will make more and more sense if these principles are followed in the order I convey them. Each step is to take in approximately 2 weeks. Step 1. Practice doing nothing. Practice more specifically the ability to be without intention. Intentionally. Not going to the store, not out buying cigarettes, not spending time at the grocery store, but simply looking the part. It is not that you must be comfortable in public places for no reason, no. This is to give you a piece of true interpretation. Jean-Paul Sartre spoke of the emotional absurdity that comes when any task becomes too repetitious. This you must overcome in order to continue to develop yourself. Step 2. Find a hobby. Find something that you find to both be enjoyable, but allows you to live in solitude for more than 8 hours a day. Where I prefer single-player games, art, exercise. There are many activities that don't cost a whole lot to give you great satisfaction, and premise is that you come to enjoy your own company. A socialite may get into the party, but when you overcome the urge to force yourself out the door, what you do and who you communicate with will not only be more meaningful, but leave others relieved when you do not have unbecoming attachment to them. Step 3. Wear yourself. Learn every strength and weakness of your body. Are you too tall? Is that something that makes you feel obvious? Socialize more often if you find that you have bad knees. Start working out your legs. The muscles will compensate. If you have a bad shoulder, do the same. Suffer from mental illness. Find out where your brain is trying to compensate cognitively, and you will find strength where there is not weakness. This is the principle of all things. The ability to understand that you only wear a body while alive also may drive you beyond anyone's expectations. Your meat suit is only 10% of you while you are alive. You can always apply this device to your effect on the world. Step 4. Balance your life, and by that, I mean for every on there is an off, for every high a low, and between all of the logic gates of joy and displeasure there is the mediocrity and personal mastery of the plateau. This, the person who has succeeded in balancing their lives and their goals, their wants from their fears, those who confront their fears to become first and foremost person understanding themselves in all their branches of personal ideology. Then, and only then, can you question others. Step 5. To forget pain, continue with Step 3. But while you work on your weaknesses, begin to push yourself where there is strength. I don't mean exceed where you find it as a personal best. I want you to find where all your strength lies in not giving up. If you can run 2 miles, run 5. If you can 3, then 7. This is where perseverance is found. I personally enjoy audiobooks while I run in cold showers when I return home. Behave in competition with yourself, not others. Consistently question where your thoughts are. Study pain. Study the exhaustion and suffering while transforming. Step 6. Challenge the environment itself when you have gotten your physical fitness into some check. Manage to feel strong enough that hailing some wood isn't too much of a challenge. Ride a bicycle into a forest with a backpack, a frying pan, cooking oil, spices, a bottle of accelerant, a package of lighters, a folding saw, a machete, a couple of books, a large tarp, hemp cord, and knife. Now, for no less than a week, survive with your mind on one thing. Sorting through your life. The premise here is to teach you to cope without external stimuli. If the day is spent on FB, you're trying to escape your own company. If you spend your time playing games, you're trying to become while doing nothing. This is an example of conditioning introspective analysis, and a method deconstructing all your baggage in a short period of time. Only eat insects unless you want to pay for hunting gear and animal tags. Study roughage from a $10 hand guide and boil your water. Step 6. Discharge. Learn to discharge. So, for the latter, basically the process is to relax and let yourself assess the recent events, and rationalize how things you have done recently affected your life. Whether this is running, playing video games, reading. You have teach yourself to process how you, not other, viewed your current effect on your circumstances. Don't just post it on FB and tell everyone to click your pride onto the map. Be proud of your success and assess your failures. Step 7. If you don't live in a major city, stop into one and become homeless for 1+ months. Because this is where you will become one with yourself. Moral dilemmas and ethical protrusions beyond the common man if you keep a clear head. A sea urchin of events falling into you. Do this without a shelter. Practice negotiating for small things. Barter, bring less than $700 and be prepared to keep this close to your chest. Only enter a building when warranted. Talk to everyone. Be prepared to fight. But don't let your hands go to your head. Do study the laws in your nation and local bylaws, and know that once you behave like you are always on camera, you will behave like someone who operates them. Step 8. Redo each step until these lessons feels like second nature. One does not develop a sense of oneness in a short period of time. Practice chanting and meditation. Study during every task. Fight your urge to wallow in mediocrity and surround yourself with busying material. Woodworking, art, martial arts, books, textbooks, writing, and good conversation. Fear not the man who learned 1,000 kicks. Fear the man who practiced one kick 1,000 times. Bruce Lee. Thanks for listening. Click the like or subscribe buttons to support this channel.